Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature, and to be honest with you, Starlight was gonna get out in nature, and because it was raining through the night, it was raining this morning, so it's like, okay, like I really wanted to get guided by the universe today and figure out what to do. And so I said, okay, I can go to the library, work on my stuff, and then I was going to go out, and it started to rain again, pouring rain, that is. So anyway, I am so sorry if you are new to my YouTube channel. I haven't been able to make videos in days because my computer needed to get fixed. So Starlight did a big boo-boo and erased everything on her computer. How did I do that? I don't know. So anyway, have you ever done that before? So yeah, Starlight just decided, hey, push that button, ching, and whew, there it went. So actually, it's kind of funny. A quick thing on this is it actually needed to happen. So anyway, I am sorry about that. I just want to say I'm sorry. I have not been able to make videos, at least on my webcam like here, and I wasn't able to edit, upload, do nothing because my laptop was not with me. So this whole part of the morning, like 10:30 till now, which is like 1:30 pretty much, I spent the whole time doing different things on my computer. I had to upload everything back on my computer, all the apps that I have, and I had to learn how to do all this stuff. So here I am. I figured out how to upload software for my camera. So anyway, you might know what that's like. We all know what that's like at one point in time, the first time learning how to do these things. So anyway, Starlight is back. They try to stop me, but I'm unstoppable. Anyway, I did pray, and I do have to thank the angels. I'm like, please help me to figure this out. And they did. They helped me to figure this out after video after video after video. But I am here. And anyway, I do hope you were able to get out in nature, and I hope it's dry in your area so you can get out in nature. And really, Starlight needs her sneakers. I really cannot get out there and get my sneakers all soaking wet in my situation. So anyway, I do love you, and I really hope you get a lot of help. And besides that, I just want to check and make sure. I hope all of you men and women out there are really trying to work on yourselves and being that change that you want to see in the world. So if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you could find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you could give this video a thumbs up, and you can subscribe, ding, 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 to my YouTube channel. And you can also share my videos with your family, your mom and dad, friends, your cat, your dog. I have to say the crows again. I fed them this morning, so the crows. And also, you can, don't forget, I don't have my notification bell with me because it's in the car, but don't forget the notification bell, ding, ding, ding. That way you don't miss any videos. Plus, you could follow me on Instagram, and that's at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So anyway, I was going to put a video out, but when Starlight doesn't mess around, she wiped everything out, and so all my pictures and videos are bye-bye right now, for now. So I did have videos that I already made, but I can't use those right now until I figure out what to do and how to get them back. They're somewhere out there. Somewhere. I don't know. Where are they? But most of the stuff that were important to me were on flash drives anyway, so if I lose it all, I lose it all. And that is hard to say that because I have tons of videos that I made that, hiking videos and pictures, you know, that I might not be able to get back, but I should be able to get those back somehow. But anyway, I don't want to go rattling on about all of my issues with my computer. I am going to talk to you about a topic, and I believe we all could get some help from this video. And I did put videos out before about communications and how to communicate with people, and there's a couple reasons why I wanted to bring this topic up, you know, because it is very important. This is a big, huge problem in the world today with families, with friends, with your boss, your neighbor, strangers, you know, everybody, anybody. You know, we all hit this situation, this complication in life about communications. And somewhere that I go, you know, like I was talking to a lady, I never met her before, but she was taking my vital signs, and, you know, it's almost like I was tapping in and knowing something, like the universe can do that. The universe, when you really work on yourself, that you can read people and understand people without even knowing anything. God, you know, because I'm asking God to use me, and by, you know, not going out there feeding your flesh or feeding your ego, you know, or going out and doing stuff like alcohol and drugs and smoking cigarettes and not eating healthy, or, you know, if you're going out to the bar and you're going out and doing stuff that you know is not helping you come that change in the world, then, you know, it's really not likely that God's going to use you. And that in a positive note, even though God can still use you in some way, it's just that you're not going to be able to really read people if you aren't working on yourself. And, you know, that means letting go of a lot of stuff and people, you know, and it's focusing on you, you know, on loving yourself. And I did have a video that I wanted to put out that I already recorded, and I'm so sorry I can't put that video out now, so I decided to just change topics today. And so it is, the lady was talking, and it was a really interesting topic because Starlight learned this a long time ago, and she was the first female that I ever spoke to, not that other women don't fall in this category, where if she does not get food at a certain time of the day, she can be a bitch, you know, plain English. She admitted to it pretty much. So, and I've known many guys in my past that if they didn't get something to eat throughout the day, they could be assholes. Did I say that? Well, this is definitely not for children. And I know some of you, this might offend some of you. You know, I do have a Christian background, and, you know, I broke free from, you know, thinking that I had to go to church to prove that I was a Christian. So I did. I actually, you know, broke free from a lot of things, you know, like as far as, you know, people controlling me on what I can say or can't say. And I do have freedom. I do have a free will. God has no problem with me swearing and saying those words. You know, I am not saying God's name in vain. So, you know, guys can be one way and girls can be a totally different way, you know. So I don't call a guy a bitch, right? And you know, like, so it is kind of weird how this goes, but communications is a big, huge, important part in all aspects of our life, you know. So that lady that I spoke to, you know, I told her that I have a YouTube channel, and, you know, it's funny, I didn't even know the problem that she was having. I just happened to be saying stuff, and the stuff that came out of my mouth, she admitted, like, wow, you know. And then I told her that I have a YouTube channel, and I am helping men and women with relationships and families and this and that, you know, to be the change that you want to see in the world. And I didn't go into a long thing because she's working and she's got to be quick with me, so another patient can come through and she can do the vital signs on the next person. But I'm only there, you know, about 5 to 10 minutes with her in that little time space, you know, and automatically I was able to know without even knowing, you know, what it is that she needed. So the little bit of time that I spent with her is she must flip out on her boyfriend or husband. I'm not sure. Can't quite remember whether the man that she is with, having a relationship with, if it was her husband or boyfriend. But, throughout the conversation, she admitted that she has a problem in that area. And I said, well, what I've learned is, I've learned with men, not all men are like this, but, they can be real jerks, throughout the day, and you don't even have to do anything to them or say anything wrong or anything. You're clear, and bam, they just like lose their cool, and and that's what you got to really watch out. And that could happen even on the road, as far as like road rage, where all of a sudden somebody's just driving crazy, and whoops, sorry. And so sometimes, and I never knew women were like this because I am not like that. If I get hungry, I'm not cranky. Even if I get tired, I am not cranky. Even when I wake up, I am not cranky. I'm not the cranky type, or like the waking up on the wrong side of the bed before I was always waking up on the left side of the bed. It's kind of funny because if I woke up on the right side of the bed, I would hit the wall. So anyway, a little bit of sense of humor out there for all of you. So I don't really want to have you take these videos too serious. I'm only here to teach you and help you and inspire you, and I really want to see the best in you, the best that, sorry about that man there in the corner. So I'm trying to block those over in this way, this window here, the cars are going by, and I didn't want you to focus on that, and I didn't expect a man decide to get some books over there. Sorry about this. So anyway, communications can be very difficult, and you can find yourself having a hard time to respond to certain people depending on what they said to you and if you offended them. So I'm going to first back up a little bit about people. Maybe you guys or girls are like this. Are you like that? Do you have a problem if you did not eat in the middle of the day? Maybe you skipped on breakfast. We'll just say that normally you might have breakfast, but you didn't, you skipped. Or maybe you had breakfast and you skipped lunch and you didn't get to dinner, and maybe you're running around and dinner's going to be later than normal, and now you're having this panic mode inside of you because you did not eat that food that you normally would eat. And you feel it coming, you feel these feelings inside of you, and they feel uncomfortable, and your mind just won't let you go. It just wants you to feed your face, but there's no food around. And then you're with loved ones. It could be anybody, or even at work, and you lose your cool. They don't even have to do a thing. And before you know it, you're snapping for no reason. Have you ever done that to anybody? Just treat that person really horrible, and not even caring about their feelings or anything, and it's because you did not eat. So I got a tip for you on this is if you are that type, that means you definitely got to work on yourself a lot in that situation that you're dealing with, and it's not really a food problem. But, there's other things inside of you that you're not aware of, and, there's so many things that you can do to change that problem. Is to, like if you do have that problem and you're going to go away from the house and you're taking a long road trip with your loved one, it could be your wife or girlfriend or husband or, boyfriend, so both sexes can do this, males or females, that is. And, be wise. Every time you head out with your loved one, bring a healthy snack with you, something that you really love, something that you really, something healthy. I don't really want you to eat junk food, but you're going to do what you want to do anyway. But it's best to eat something, that I always like crunchy stuff. Do you like crunchy stuff? Starlight's a big fan of popcorn. So that was my big thing. I haven't had popcorn in a long time, because I don't have my popcorn maker and I'm not in my apartment anymore. But man, I did. I made my own recipe and it was delicious. So anyway, so it is really important. You don't want to verbally abuse or physically abuse your loved ones because you didn't eat, your lunch, at lunchtime or whatever. So bring some food with you, even if you have to do that at work. Go in the bathroom and munch out for a little bit, take a break. Tell your boss, hey, I need a snack attack right now. I'm just going to, if I don't get that snack, I'm going to attack. So get your snack, a healthy, and I think crunchy is the best way to go, is something crunchy. I don't know why I say that. That's how, I'm not the cranky type, but is that you want to get something that you got to chew a lot. It tricks your brain. I knew this before, is like your brain gets tricked if you chew so many times on something and it actually thinks that it's full when it's not. So you could trick your brain into thinking that it got enough. And that way you don't flip out on your loved ones. How about your kids? You don't want to lose your cool and verbally say something wrong to your kids or your beautiful wife or your handsome husband. Can't forget about your husband or your boyfriend, or your mom or dad or brothers or sisters or whoever, or a stranger out on the road, or, your boss. So you really want to think twice how you're, going to be throughout the day, but be prepared. Be prepared to have some munchies with you. Like I said, try to find something healthy. Even those like protein bars that aren't loaded with sugar, could be helpful for you because you crunch on those things, or something crunchy. It's kind of hard to find a healthy, crunchy snack. But if you could find something healthy to crunch your teeth into, an apple. I like the hard apples. I don't really care for the soft ones, but I do like crisp, sweet and tangy apples. So try to find something to kind of help you to get through the day. That way you're not being abusive to your loved ones. The other thing that I have been noticing lately, and I never knew it before, is when it comes to communications, say if you have a loved one, and it doesn't matter who they are, this could be for any kind of situation. It could be for anyone out there. It doesn't have to be for a loved one, but I'm going to use it as a loved one because it really hits home even harder when it is a loved one, like a wife or a husband. And say if they said something to you or they didn't say, so sometimes not saying anything is really bad because you just don't know what to think. Maybe you didn't have an agreement. Maybe you said something and you're not even aware of it, and now they're not even saying anything to you. That's Starlight's way of doing things. If I actually was living with somebody, I might just not say anything, give them the silent treatment, and because I don't really want to say the wrong thing. They say if you don't have anything nice, don't say anything at all. So if you I'll rephrase that again. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So that is what I prefer to do. But now I'm growing, I noticed. Now these days is Starlight's learning to voice what she needs to say and try to be thoughtful of how she might word it, especially when it comes to emailing to somebody, not so much a phone call or a text or a phone call, or in face-to-face. There's a certain someone out there that I communicate through writing on Instagram or something like that. And, the best way to communicate is in person, but sometimes people cannot, and you might have some kind of a disagreement, or maybe you don't know what is going on their side. Maybe they're not really communicating with you to say, hey, this is why I'm being quiet to you right now. Maybe they're trying to teach you a lesson, and I have to say, when it comes to relationships, especially like in a love relationship, it is hard. Your emotions will go crazy if you don't really know what to think is going on with that person. And what I've been learning for a while now is, you know, a lot of us, you know, maybe somebody got you upset through a text message, and we're just going to say it could even say, it could have even been in person. Maybe they said something to you, and then they drove off and maybe went to work somewhere or did something, and they drove off and left you there, you know, and not that they are leaving you, it's just that they had stuff to do, and then you had time, and then you're rethinking of all what they said, and then your emotions, you're like, oh no, what did that person mean by what they said? Or maybe what they didn't say, you know? So we definitely all have hit a wall in our life in that way, as far as relationship goes, like not knowing where we stand, why did they say that, what did they mean by that, you know, what did I do? You know, have you ever been there? What did I do now? What did I say? Did I say something wrong? And so it will drive you batty. And some of you, and I don't know how any of you respond to those kind of situations, and you know, you're probably thinking of different situations and different relationships, you know, could have been your parents, you know, like family, stranger, work, you know, employees, co-workers, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, whatever, you know, brother, sister, you know, where a lot of times it definitely is more painful if it's like a husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend type of wife, girlfriend, yeah, I said it all. I'm trying to think, did I name them all? So yeah, normally it's more painful if it's somebody like that, because you've got this heart-to-heart connection, especially if things are going great. You're having a great time with this person. This is somebody that you desire to have a long time in your life, but you know, you're going to have days like that. That's a part of having a relationship. Not everything is going to go smooth, and you know, you're always going to be in the highs in a relationship, you know, because it's when you're going through tough times is when you're going to really make that relationship even stronger, is really getting to know each other on a deeper level and getting to trust people, you know, the loved one, in a deeper level than before. And it does take time, and it can be very painful, and you could have those days of tears and, you know, like emotions popping up through your whole body, and the whole time you're rewinding the same thing. What did they mean by that? What did I do? Did I offend that person? Because I am not aware that I offended that person, and you could even say sorry, but they're still not talking to you, or, you know, making it clear for some reason or another. And it just leaves you wondering the whole time of what happened. So now I hope you understand exactly where I'm going on this, and I hope you've had plenty of thoughts in your mind of thinking of different situations that you've been in with maybe exes, or maybe it's the guy or girl you're with right now, or family member or friend, or it could be friends too, you know, where one might not be communicating, and where it keeps the other one guessing. And what I've been learning is, if all possible, I pray that the archangels help me through these things. Ooh, angels, please help me out through this. You know, can you show me what it is that maybe he is, what did I do? Why is he responding this way? You know, or it could be a girl. Why is she responding this way? Or the reactions we go by reactions on people's faces also, you know, we don't, and that's why I love face-to-face, is because you can see their face and their reactions and how they're responding to you. So it is really hard, you know, through texting, and that's why I really, really, really say in person is best. You know, if you really want to talk about something serious, the phones complicate things, texting complicates things, emails definitely complicates things. Even though there's emojis, you know, they don't always Sometimes, I put the wrong emoji out, it could really mess things up. Somebody did that to me one time, and, it did. It really messed things up, as their emoji that they sent out, and that was a she, but I was like, what in the world? So you got to really be careful with, communications as far as, using the internet, like I said, face-to-face is the best way. But if you really, 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 really don't know what the heck is going on, don't react right away. And I know that is a tough thing to say, but what I mean by that is, you could get upset, and the more you think about it, the worse it gets inside of your body and your mind, your emotions, and then you're like, ugh, and then you can't focus on anything through the day because you're like, something's wrong, but you don't know what it is. And, what I've been learning is really pray about it. Ask God, the universe, or the archangels, to ask them for help. That's what the angels are here for, is to say, please help me to understand if I did something wrong. Maybe I overdid something. Maybe I said something the wrong way. Maybe I worded something the wrong way when I was writing. So it is so important to ask the angels for help and guidance, and really bite your tongue. A lot of the times what we want to do is, because our emotions are getting overfilled with, like heartbreak, especially if there's somebody that you really love and care for, and you don't want to hurt them. I hope not. A lot of times our ego could get in the way and want to attack back to those people. But you got to really think, what is that going to help out in your relationship, whether it's your family, your friend, or your boss, or co-workers, or stranger, or husband or wife, boyfriend, girlfriend? What is that really going to do if you attack back and you really don't know what the heck is going on? So you really don't want, really leave your phone alone, leave the emails alone. If anything, if you can, be patient and wait for them to get back home. And don't do it right when they get out the door. And that's what I was explaining to the lady, where I had to have an appointment, as I was teaching her. And it was so cool because I didn't know her problems, but it's like God was using me like I asked God to use me. I want God to use my mouth, and talk, and say whatever needs to be said. I want to get out of the way so God can use me. So I did tell her about, the worst time to communicate with your husband or boyfriend is first thing they get in the door, because they're tired. They worked all day, and that goes for men too. Is, if she worked all day, don't wait for her to just get in the door and just spill the beans all over the carpet like you just vomited all over the floor, because they're tired. They had they got stuff in their headspace, from work and the problems that they had to deal with all through the day. And what you want is to make that home like a place that they want to come back to. You don't want to make it a home where they dread coming back to you, because then they're going to want to take, work more hours and have more of an excuse why they have to come back later. And if you keep on doing that, you could drive them away completely. And I know that most of you don't want to do that, is to drive your loved one away. So it is so best to really pray about things and ask God and the universe to guide you and help you, give you some insight. Ask the universe and the angels for, can you show me what it is that I need to learn here? What is it? Apparently I did something. And can you show me what I need to learn in this situation so I can fix it? Like with my computer, for instance, I was trying to fix something, but, I overdid it and I messed everything up. So you don't want to do what Starlight did with her computer by, overdoing it and, getting ourselves in the way by hurrying up and getting online, or hurrying up and leaving a nasty message. Maybe they didn't answer the phone and you wanted to talk to them when they were at work. That's just the worst place to talk to them unless it's an emergency. or to text them and send them a dirty message, because you're upset. Let those emotions cool down. Try to do something different throughout the day. Tell yourself, you know what, I'm not going to let this bother me. Gain control of those thoughts that you have and your emotions. Really just say, nope, this is not happening today. I am not letting these emotions over control me. And ask the universe and God for guidance and the angels to help you. And if they come home later on, or if you don't see them, maybe you might be in a situation like Starlight. Number one, not right now. I don't have a home for the man to come home to. He's got a home, but I don't have a home. Is to wait. If you don't see him that night, go to sleep. You'd be amazed of how you feel when you wake up in the morning. It's like everything gets figured out. It's like the universe shows you somehow or another, the angels show you somehow or another what the situation was. And it could be a painful lesson to learn, where you're like, ooh, kind of thing. Like, silly me. What was I thinking? Or, I didn't see that. So it is so best to kind of wait, because when you wake up in the morning and you can have a fresh start of the day, but this isn't going to happen if you don't ask the universe and God and the angels to help you with this situation. If you just go to bed angry and wake up angry, well, that's because you didn't ask for help. So you really need to ask the universe and, trust that the universe and the angels, God, is going to help you with that answer, and just let it go. Don't run on the phone or the computer or the internet, on Instagram or on Facebook or wherever social media that you go to contact that person, because you could make a big mess. Like, I just completely erased everything off my computer. It's when, I should not have pushed the send button. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what Starlight did. Is, it's one of those things. Should I push that button? And then, boom, whoosh, there it went. So, yeah, that was a lesson. So, I've been like days without my computer because, I responded wrong to the internet problem, the problems that I had on my computer. So, you don't want to do that to your relationship, right? Just whoosh, because you responded wrong. You didn't deal with the problem the right way. You let your ego or your flesh get in the way. And that is not how you want to handle this situation in a relationship, especially a husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend relationships, because those are the ones that you got to live with if you are living with them. Mom and dad, that's a different story. Well, maybe you are living with your mom and dad, and that could be an issue too. But when you're living with the people and then you stuck your foot in your mouth and said something and not, you let your emotions overtake you, and those emotions don't last forever. And I learned that, they fade through the day. Trust me, they fade. They get smaller and smaller. You just got to focus on other things and tell yourself, no, I'm not going to let this happen. I'm not going to let my emotions control me. I am not going to let my ego get in the way by getting on there and writing, writing that person a message, and who knows what you're going to say once you start typing. Believe me, it just goes. And so you got to really care about that person enough to say, you know what, I'm going to control myself. I'm going to control my emotions. I'm not going to let my emotions control me. I'm going to just sleep on this. Especially if you don't see them right away in those situations. But if you do see them later on, maybe you just want to sleep on it still. Let them come home. Let them relax. Let them take their shower. Maybe you need more time to really think about what just happened, instead of just being so quick to attack and, feeling that you really need an answer right away. You're not dying, everything's good. You just got to, be patient and wait it out a little bit, depending on what they're talking about. And, sometimes You might learn certain things. You might have a lesson that you need to learn, things that you got to grow on, things that you got to change, things, we are always changing one way or another, and it might be something that you're outgrowing and that you need to adjust to. So anyway, I do know this message is long, and I really hope, you get a lot of help from this message, because it is so important not to jump to conclusions, because that's what it can be like when your emotions take over, when you feel the pain of your emotions and you just want to react, and you could definitely react in the wrong way. And you definitely don't want to do that, because words are very powerful, and you could really hurt somebody that really loves you, and maybe you misread them. Maybe you thought, a certain thing, and that's not what it was. So that's why it's so important that, like to take time out and not to jump to writing them or sending them a horrible voice message, or whatever. And I would love to have more on this topic, because I could finish a little bit more on how to handle it, especially if you are living in the same household, is how to start off like communicating that situation with that person, that loved one, the one that loves you, the one that's there for you. Now if you're in a bad relationship, now that might be a good sign that you might need to end it. But if you're really with a good guy or a good girl, that they've been there supporting you and loving you the whole time, those are the ones that you don't want to mess up. You don't want to hurt them by just jumping to conclusions. So anyway, I know I repeat myself a lot, but it is so important on those topics. So anyway, I do love you. I hope you get a lot of help, and I'm sorry the lighting here is because I didn't think I was going to even make a video today. I thought I was going to be able to just download a video, but I didn't even know if any of my videos or anything was on my computer, but all my videos and pictures are completely off my, I got a new computer. So anyway, I do love you. You could give this video a thumbs up. You could subscribe. I almost said share. Plus, you can still share my videos with your family, your friends, your husband, your wife, your loved ones. You could share these videos with anybody that you really know that, hey, these guys argue all the time. They could use this video. You can share it with those people. And also you can push the notification bell, ding, ding, ding. And you can follow me on Instagram, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. Plus, don't forget to check out my playlist, because there's lots of videos, different topics out there on there, so check those out. And if you're curious, hey, check out, push the button, check out what titles are on there. You never know what you're going to find. So anyway, I do love you all. This is Starlight. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace.